G'day art adventurers, my name is Christopher and thank you for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing down below. Today I'm working on Inktober 2018 and the prompt list word of stretch. This one is coming out a little bit late, and that's because on Friday, which is the day of this prompt word, I got married. And so my husband and I had been planning this for some time, and we ended up, spending a happy day together. So I think I have the perfect excuse for missing this prompt today. I actually did still do the line work that day, I just didn't finish off the video. So today I'm working on another first, and that's to create a pastel drawing, both using PanPastels and pastel pencils. I've got to say I've learned that this is not my favorite medium, and I'm not so sure about how well it turned out. I'm happy with the line work though, and that is focusing on another in my series of countries and animals. The country that I've chosen is Myanmar, and I've also chosen one of their national animals, the green peafowl. So I thought I would tell you a little bit about those today while you watch. Myanmar, officially the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, and also formerly known as Burma, is a country in Southeast Asia. Myanmar borders India, Bangladesh, Thailand, Laos, China, and also the Bay of Bengal and the Andaman Sea. In 2005, Naypyidaw became the official capital, replacing Yangon. A new flag was also adopted in 2010. Myanmar is considered by the UN to be one of the world's least developed countries, ranking 145 out of 188 countries. However, there are individuals who are extremely wealthy due to strong connections to the former military government which controlled the country from 1962 after a coup d'etat until 2011. Additionally, the military and some citizens have gained wealth by mining various mineral resources, which include jade, gems, oil, and natural gas. After an election in 2010, the military was dissolved, and a civilian government was finally installed again. This, along with the release of Aung San Suu Kyi and other political prisoners, has spurred Myanmar into a phase of rapid change and development. However, opinions vary as to whether or not true liberal democracy is underway, as the military still retains strong political power and connections. The new parliament convened on February 2016, and soon Tin Kyaw was elected as the first non-military president since the military coup of 1962. Aung San Suu Kyi would likely have received the vote, but she is still constitutionally barred from the presidency. Instead, she has the newly created role of state councillor since 2016, which is a role quite similar to that of a prime minister. Today, I'm working on Inktober Day 26 with the prompt word stretch. The main focal point of my piece today is a Padang woman with a very unusually stretched neck. The Padang are a small tribe with origins in Myanmar, who are considered part of a slightly larger ethnic minority group called the Kayan. Within the Padang tribe, women traditionally wear brass neck coils. Girls begin to wear the rings when they are anywhere from 2 to 5 years old. The coils are replaced over time, with more turns being gradually added. The coils do not actually change the neck bones, but instead the weight of the heavy brass pushes down their collarbone and compresses their rib cage. Eventually, it can become dangerous or even lethal to remove the brass rings without extreme care, because the neck will no longer have support and collapse and even cause suffocation. Those who have chosen to remove the rings after many years often have to replace the rings with a supporting towel or neck brace for the rest of their life. So why do the women do this? Well, no one is sure of the origins of this practice, and many ideas have been suggested, including the contradictory goals of making the women either less attractive to men in other tribes, or more attractive to men within their own tribe. Or perhaps to partly resemble the grace of a dragon, which is a significant part of their folklore. And finally, it has even been suggested the rings serve as protection from tiger attacks and bites. Most Kayan women will explain more simply that the rings form part of their cultural identity and beauty as a woman. Many members of the Padang tribe now reside in nearby Thailand after fleeing persecution from the military regime that occurred in the 1980s and 1990s. But the practice of wearing neck rings continues to some extent because of tourist influences and the large influx of money that comes from those wishing to view the women who still wear neck rings. The second focus of my piece today is the green peafowl, who has stretched out his tail feathers for display. It is also known as the Java peafowl or green peacock, and it is a close relative of the very well-known blue peafowl or blue peacock from India, which has since been spread all across the world. Unlike the blue peafowl, both sexes of the green peafowl have a large tail, but the male's is a little more spectacular. With their tails extended, the males are some of the largest birds on Earth, reaching anywhere from 2 to 3 meters long. And amazingly, this species is also capable of flying quite long distances. Myanmar does not actually have an official national animal, but the green peafowl is listed as one of the significant national animals of the country. And I've chosen it largely because of its connection to the prompt word for today. The pose of its long legs, elongated neck, and spread tail feathers all speak to me of the prompt word stretch. I think it is also interesting to reflect on how ideas of beauty have shaped both of these two key figures in my piece. In the case of the peafowl, evolution by means of sexual selection has driven this bird to develop a beautiful but dangerous form, as the bright and colourful long tail makes it not only attractive to the females, but also it makes it a very obvious target for predators to see and then devour. Their very life is put on the line to be attractive. In a similar vein, the Padang women stretch their necks to feel feminine and beautiful in their tribe, but they also suffer with a lot of discomfort and pain for this, and even their very life is at stake should they decide to remove their brass rings. So I hope that you've enjoyed watching this creation of my piece to represent both a woman of Myanmar and one of their national animals, the green peafowl. And my next video that I'll be putting out, which is also going to be a little bit late, is going to be of the prompt word gift. And I'll be choosing one of the comments from my previous video to base that piece on. I hope to see you soon for that, and I hope that that will come out tomorrow. And thank you for your patience while I'm trying to catch up and stay on track with this whole Inktober journey. I guess I've to some extent failed it a little bit, but I'm still pleased with what I've achieved so far, even if I haven't met my original goal of posting a video every day that the day is due. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed coming to join me on a little bit of the history, culture, and nature of the fascinating country of Myanmar. I've had the great chance to visit Myanmar while my now husband was working there for several months a couple of years ago, and there's so much to see there if you ever get the chance. Although we didn't get to see any Padang, and I've got to admit I'm quite relieved that I don't have to wear those brass rings. They look very uncomfortable. We also didn't get to see a green peafowl. I actually didn't even know that the green peacock existed. I only knew of the blue peacock. What about you? Let me know in the comments below. And feel free to leave any sort of comment. I've really appreciated all the people who have been taking the time to drop me a line or share their thoughts with me about my Inktober journey, or just to give me a laugh. I super appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Okay, bye.